Hello beauty squad, it's your girl TeeTee, LaTanya Kristina. Welcome back to my channel of all things life, love, and beauty. I hope you guys had a great summer. We are officially in fall. It's starting to cool down a little bit, so it is all good these days. So with the weather changing and your skin and makeup needs changed, as well as over time my preference in makeup definitely has changed. And this year it's been a lot of I'm not going to buy it unless I have to have it, and it's just kind of been, it's still evolving. It's still a work in progress as to my makeup needs and wants. What I have realized that as I've gotten older, and as you know, I turned 50 recently, I realize I don't need a lot of stuff, and I'm working with what I have. And I say that because my skin is oily. As I've said many times before, my skin is like oily, and I've gone through several foundations. My skin is definitely more mature, even though I don't have problematic skin. Doesn't mean I don't get the occasional breakout or pimple, when it's that time and all that definitely happens. But it's definitely impacted my choices as it relates to foundation for my skin, for oily skin and for mature skin. So that's what I'm bringing you today. Like my top 6 foundations for mature oily skin. Obviously my skin is oily, so I can't relate to or really speak on dry skin. I just know dry skin, you tend to gravitate towards things that are more luminous, oil based, and things like that. Those of us on the oily side, we tend to go the way opposite of that. So, and I tend to get oily really more so in the T-zone more than the rest of my face. And I mean, before I narrowed it down to these 6 foundations, oh my God, once the light bulb went on that I needed something, oil free, I've stuck to these and have pretty much not looked back. So that's what I'm bringing you guys today, is my top 6 foundations for oily skin, for mature skin. Because I think as we get older and as we age, our skin changes, our bodies change, our diets change, and makeup a lot of times, and your complexion products and your complexion overall often a lot of times reflect a lot of that. So I'm going to bring you that today. Stick around. I got some good ones here for my oily skin family members. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You're already here. I see you watching. Come on. Join the beauty squad here. Hit the little bell so you know my videos have been uploaded. Tell your friends, shout it from the rooftops. So let's get into my top 6 foundations for oily, mature skin. Okay, so the 6 foundations that I have chosen are a mix of affordable and some high-end, and some in the middle there. So kind of catering to everybody, again, because they kind of all serve the premise of it is the same, but coverage is different on each one. And I'm gonna say today I broke out the nude palette here from Huda Beauty. That's what I'm wearing today, and I'm like, I forgot how pretty this palette is. I haven't used it in a while, and I'm like, I'm gonna use this, and it is really a pretty palette. So that's the palette I'm using today. So let's start off with some affordable. My 2 that I chose as affordable. And the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and it has sunscreen in it, and I am shade 500 in this. It's 24-hour coverage, it's breathable, and It's long wearing and it holds up very, very well. Might have been 12 or 13 bucks for this. It wasn't super expensive, but this is definitely a good one. And this one is a little goes a long way, I will say, for this one. But I love, love, love this foundation. So I would definitely recommend this if you want something more, a little more on the affordable side. Another affordable foundation is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And this is a full coverage foundation. I don't normally gravitate towards full coverage foundation. So for this one, you know, it's, let's see if I can get a little out. For it to be full coverage, it's not really real thick, you know, in texture. But, you know, again, it's really kind of one of those a little goes a long way, you know, kind of deal. And I really like this one too. So this one might have been the same price as the L'Oreal Infallible, you know, $12.99 or something like that. Does very well with keeping, you know, my oils at bay. So this is a good one. So we're kind of going to move into some of the higher end ones that I really, really, really like. So for starters, I mean, this Chanel, I mean, this one was probably $60, you know, for this foundation, but it's a good one. And if there is a complaint about this one, and it has a semi-matte finish, so it's not going to make you look really cakey. Even when I add powder to any of these, I don't look cakey with any of these. This one has a light perfume scent, but it really fades very quickly. So with the initial application, you know, when you pump it and you put it on, there's a scent. You know, there's something with higher end brands and them putting perfume in their products, you know, may it be skincare, makeup, you know, whatever. They really need to stop that. But this is a really good semi-matte foundation for my oil skin babes. Okay, I've raved about this one. The Lancome Tint Ideal. I am $4.60 in this one. And this actually is one of my favorite foundations, like, ever. You know, since I realized how oily my skin really is, and my skin has always been oily. My hair is oily, my skin is oily, everything on me is oily. But this one, you know, oil free, as all of these are oil free. It's long wearing and it's buildable. Now me, I tend to go with a light to medium coverage, and because I don't just like to pack on foundation, because I'm likely going to add a powder over it to kind of help set it. But I love this one because it gives you a really velvet matte finish. This is the one that I'm wearing today. I love this. This is probably, wow, my third bottle of this. I mean, this one is just a favorite of mine. It's definitely still a favorite until I went out on a limb and I bought the Double Wear foundation from Estee Lauder. For my oily, mature ladies, this right here is a keeper. I bought this earlier this year, or earlier this summer. You know, summer was coming, it was going to be hot. When I tell you this stuff does not budge in 90 or 100 degree weather, you will not look like you fried chicken on your skin with this. I promise you that. This, another 24-hour, you know, provides coverage for 24 hours. This is a natural matte finish here. And when I tell you, this is not something you want to wear every day either, I would say. Because it's definitely, it's a medium coverage to me, but it can be it may feel heavy, so a little goes a long way in this too. And it's also how you apply it. So for majority of my foundations, I use a brush, and then once it's all over my face, then I go in and tap the Beauty Blender over everything to really really set everything in place. And you can't go wrong with that. But this here, this double wear here, you know, this is just one of those I bought on a whim, and I tell you, it will hold up in the heat for my oily skin beauties out there. This is a keeper here. Now what I started doing is, because this will definitely, your oils will not see through this. I don't know what is in here. I mean, I know it's in here, but whatever it is, this is definitely it. So what I've been doing is, because it has been really, really hot, I bought this luminous foundation from Anastasia, which came out, you know, just recently, I'll say. And then what am I in the shade here? I am 410C in this one. So what I do is I will take this, I'll do about a pump and a half, and then add this in here, put it all over. Oh my gosh. So if you don't want it to feel, I'm not going to say that this is heavy, because it's not, but it's definitely, it's a matte one. So it sets, right? And that's what you want to do if you have oily skin, is you want your foundation to set and just hold in place. And that is exactly what this does. But if you want to kind of give it a little extra luminous kind of glow, I'll take this and do like a pump of this, and I will kind of put this on the outer part of my face and not in the T-zone, because I'm sure this is definitely, it's, you know, water resistant. I think water is the first ingredient here, and this creates a natural luminous finish. So this is great all over, and especially in the T-zone where I tend to get the oiliest. And so this I tend to just kind of use on the outside here when I mix it in, and I'll use the Beauty Blender to kind of tap it, you know, in place. But you can't go wrong with this double wear from Estee Lauder. This is a keeper. A little goes a long way. That's what I got. That's what I have. So we have a good mix of affordable foundations, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and L'Oreal Infallible. And kind of, you know, my high end is Chanel. And then we have the Lancome Tint ID All. And then my double wear foundation. And then this I just blend in just to kind of give my outer face a little bit of shine. And trust me, you know, if you have dry skin, this is probably really ideal for you, I'm going to say. So, because it's luminous, anytime it's radiant or luminous, there's usually some sort of oil and water based in them. And again, which is why I take the beauty sponge and I apply it to the outer part, you know, of my face, and those faces can that part of my face, you know, the highlighted part could shine, you know, a little more. So that's what I have, guys. Let me know what you think. My oily skin, mature ladies, you know, you need to, you know, definitely invest in some really good complexion products. Listen to your skin, listen to your body. Your face will tell you if it does not like something. You know, take heed to it, because it's telling you, you know, for a reason. And these, outside of the luminous here from Anastasia, this foundation, these 5 foundations are the ones that I use pretty regularly. And like I said, the double wear is my favorite. I don't use it every day, because I just think it's a lot to use every day. So I don't use it every day. I tend to stick with this and then this. And Chanel is usually reserved for special occasions, I'll say. But like for every day, like this L'Oreal Infallible one is definitely a favorite affordable of mine. So let me know what you guys think. What are some of your oily skin, issues? What are some of your oily skin complexion products that you tend to gravitate to? Again, for mature skin. And how do you, keep your oil at bay? So let me know, down below. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, we all know TeeTee is out. Bye.